Hi, I'm Bill Vilberg. This is part of the iclicker training at the University of Miami. This session will be on configuring the iclicker program. You should have already downloaded the Blackboard iclicker folder for either Windows or Macintosh. It should be either on your desktop or on your USB device. Wherever it is, open it up and find the iclicker program. I'm going to open that program. It warns me that this was downloaded from the internet. Always ask before opening this file. I'm going to turn that off so it won't ask me anymore. And I'm going to say to run the program. I've just entered iclicker for the first time, and it's saying click the Add Course button to add a course. I don't have any courses in this folder yet. So I'm going to add a course. I have to give it a course name, a course number, and a section number. So I'm going to call this MAT 101 Section A. It doesn't matter if you use the real name or the abbreviation or anything else. This is just for your identification, but you must fill this out. I'm going to create that course. It then inserts it into my list and highlights it. I choose that course. This is the iclicker software. 4 buttons around the edge and Start Session. We're going to go into the Your Settings and Preferences in this training and show you how to set that up. Settings and Preferences has 4 tabs across the top. We're now in the General tab. It's Registration and Export, Polling Session, and Scoring. My course name I'm going to leave MAT 101A, but you could change it if you wanted to here. And the next box is your instructor's remote ID. If you have a blue iclicker, this is where you enter your ID number. If you don't have a blue iclicker, you can come to Instructional Advancement in the Richter Library, room 325, and pick one up. That's my remote ID. You'll enter the numbers for your ID. Next section is the toolbar. When we start using this, there will be a little thing displayed on the screen. I always like to have mine large, that when I'm polling, it's easy to see. Next is the frequency code. If you're in Memorial, the Learning Center, or one of the residential college classrooms, we've assigned sub-frequency codes for each of those rooms. This keeps clicks in one room from interfering with another. You'd simply enter it here and you'd be all set. So if you were BC, you'd enter BC. I'm going to go ahead and leave it AA, which is the default for now, and everything should be fine. This is only a problem AA if there's somebody nearby to you. I could skip this part. I don't have any satellite polling. Registration and export is important. The important part is down here in the course management system. We're using Blackboard. You must check version 8 and above. In order to get the clicker IDs and names together, we have to tell them that we're using Blackboard version 8 and above. Polling sessions. There's nothing here that I need to even change. Some people prefer to count down. I prefer to count up because I never know how much time I'm going to give them. Everything else is fine there for me. Scoring is very personal. You're going to have to decide how you want to use the iclickers. Participation says I'm going to give points to students for responding. I don't care if they're right or wrong. I just want to give a response. I'm going to give 1 point per day, per session, per day, and they must respond to 100% of the questions. They must respond to all but one, respond to at least 75%, respond to at least 50%, or must respond to at least one. This is the most liberal. This is the most stringent. So if you figure that you're going to give maybe 4 questions during a 1-hour class, this would say you have to respond to 1. This would say 2. This would say 3. This would also be 3. And this would you'd have to respond to all 4. So I'm going to leave it at 75%. Down here it asks you how you want to give performance points. Performance points are for getting the question right. That's the correct response down here at the bottom. And I don't want to do that. Or do I want to give them a point for every question that they answer? And I don't want to do that either. I just want to use this percentage up here. No limit to the total performance points. Well, I've got mine set to 0 and 0, so you can't get any performance points, so it doesn't matter what I do down here. That's the last tab. They're all set, so I say set for this course. I get a warning. You do not have a Blackboard roster in your course folder. Before continuing, you should launch the iGrader application and download your course roster from Blackboard. I'll be explaining how to do that in the synchronizing section of this training. So I'm not going to do that now. I'm going to say OK, and iClicker is now configured. The next section will demonstrate how to use the iClicker in class, how to start a session, how to collect results, how to display them on the screen.